get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. So you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and me. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and they. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.
Fucking court.
Welcome to another episode of Drinking After Dark, a podcast where we discuss random topics while having a few drinks. I'm your host, Darius, and as always, drink responsibly. And you make sure you follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to the Drinking After Dark podcast YouTube channel. Before we get started, man, I got to give a huge shout out to my sponsor, Joe Shakinab and Shakinab.com. Go visit Shakinab.com for services, monthly updates, and contact information. Once again, visit Shakinab.com, promoting leadership and scholarship. Tonight, I have a very, very special guest with me. She's an arts advocate and an arts educator, and by the way, my daughter's favorite dance teacher. Welcome to the podcast, Miss King Alvarado. What's going on?
Hey, thank you for having me. First of all, hold on. There was a frog in my throat. Hey, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
No problem, no problem. Before we get started, let the people know what you're drinking on tonight.
Oh, this is a Prosecco, a rosé Prosecco from 90 Plus Cellars. It's actually delicious.
That's what's up. And as always, I'm drinking my Crown Vanilla, and I'm mixing that with my Dr. Pepper cream soda. So if you
we got to show it to the camera.
Oh yeah, you can show. Oh yeah, that actually looks pretty good.
It is. It's delicious. It really is.
I know once my wife sees this, she's gonna go try finding. That's her thing.
It's okay. It'll be at the Valentine's Day Super Bowl party.
Oh well, yeah, she's gonna fit right in there. I ain't gotta worry about that. I'm gonna bring my drink, so I don't care who playing. My team is out of it, so I don't really care too much about it. So, but how you doing though? How you doing?
I'm blessed. I had to do some parenting just then. I apologize for splitting my focus, but I guess bedtime isn't really bedtime.
Nah, so, it's never bed. Yeah, it's never bedtime, and I know my daughter, she'll fall asleep when she falls asleep, but you know what?
When I say be quiet though, it's quiet time. So everybody's mental health, okay? But I'm well. Listen, it's real. I'm excited for the year. So much is going on. I feel like I've just unlocked a new level of adulthood. Gosh, and I feel blessed. I feel crazy blessed. So yeah, that's how life is going.
Well, let the people know a little bit about yourself and some of the things that you do and some of the things that you have going on.
Okay. So I'm King Alvarado. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. I've been in Tennessee since 2017. I'm an arts advocate. What does that mean? I encourage people to support and experience the arts. People who don't have a broad or a well-rounded understanding of what the arts is and what it can be. My job is to bring that to them, specifically to Black and Brown communities and lower economic status communities, right? They deserve the arts in a wide scheme of experience and brilliance that it possesses. They deserve that. So my job is just advocating for that in those communities in different ways, hoping to get into a little bit more of a political realm here in the next few years as far as arts advocacy. But right now I'm running my nonprofit and it's going amazing. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Oh, I'm a mom. I have 2 kids. I have a 10-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter, and their birthdays are coming up. And so I have parties to plan. Oh, sorry. Squirrel. Yeah. And I think that's generally it about me. I love the arts. I'm outspoken. I'm a mom. I work out sometimes, so I look good in my swimsuits. I can speak a little French. That's one of my favorite, like something you might not know about me. I can speak a little French. I'm learning. And gosh, I think I'm a pretty like happy and positive person. So that's about me.
What's the name of your nonprofit?
That makes sense that you would ask me that. I should have said it when I mentioned it in the first place, but Southern Black Arts Council.
And how did that come about? What made you start your own nonprofit?
Gosh, I wanted to do work that set my soul on fire, that I enjoyed, that I felt like was impactful, and do the things that I'm good at, right? It allows me to do many things that I love and provide myself and others like me opportunities to perform and teach and grow, whereas other spaces aren't as inclusive or varied or positive, right? So I just wanted to be that for some people who aren't that. I felt like I have a gift. I recognized it in myself, and I wanted to put it into play, in a way that gave me a lot of freedom and gave me flexibility, but also fed my spirit, fed my soul. So that's what I have with Southern Black Arts.
And with that, what's some of the things that you guys do in your nonprofit? Like more of the
so we are a twofold operation. We have performance ensembles, which is our Southern Black Dance Theater and Southern Black Actors. We also just launched Southern Black Gallery, which is a forum, I guess you could say, or would you call it a mecca? Gosh, there are words for this. I just can't think of the word right now. But it's basically we afford visual artists the opportunity to present their work. We collaborate with visual artists to bring forth new ways of perceiving visual art. So that's what Southern Black Gallery is. So that's not necessarily a performance ensemble. But Southern Black Dance Theater, we create dance events and perform in dance spaces around the area in the Southern region. Southern Black Actors, same thing for theater and musical theater. So that's our performance opportunities for young Black performers, right? Then we have our workshops and residencies where we go into schools and studios and we host community classes that are free and affordable so that brown children and poor children and Black children and special needs children and adults of all these unique assets, right? Have an avenue to the fine arts. So little Black kids can see dancers and actors that look like them, that sound like them, that are amazing, that are talented. So those are the two things that Southern Black Arts Council does. You can always go to southernblackarts.org and read more about it and donate. We are a tax-exempt organization. Basically, we bring the fine arts to the community, right? In a lot of different ways. In communities that don't get to see Black women, Black men be creative and not judged, right? So holla, that's us. That's what we do.
And do you have like any events coming up?
Actually, yes. We are hosting monthly classes all the way through June. So it's one class of one dance style or performing arts or fine arts discipline. So you can just get your foot wet. Like if you just want to come and take a dance class or take an acting class and see what it's like. And that's what those classes are for. We're hosting those classes right now at Sanctuary on Main. Our next class is February the 6th. That information is out on our social media platforms as well as the website. we have a performance event with Southern Black Dance Theater and Southern Black actors this coming season. Southern Black Dance Theater's performance will be in April. The dates are on the website. I don't have them in my brain right. Yes, I do. They're the 8th and the 9th of April. They're the 8th and the 9th of April. And Southern Black actors will be presenting Scenes and Shadows, which will be a collection of scenes by acclaimed and renowned pioneering Black playwrights and what's the word? It's not a collaborator. It's composer. So many C's going on in my head. I was like, conductor. No, it's not that. It's not.
I was gonna say conductor, but when I think about the Cab Callaways and
yes. So composers, and some new playwrights, some new young Black playwrights will be presenting their work at Scenes and Shadows this summer. So yeah, that's what we have coming up.
Yeah, man. Let's go out there. Let's support, man. I'm gonna check it out, and stuff like that. I'm definitely gonna go on the website. I know my wife probably gonna want to try some new things, go out, see some new things. So I'm really looking forward to what you have going on and things like that. So
it really is going to be lit. Like the shows are amazing. They're up close and personal. It's really unique experience of the fine arts. We are going to be we're trying to collaborate with lots of businesses, lots of small businesses in the community, to have unique speakeasy vibes going on where we can come and chill as Black people in Clarksville and have a nice relaxing evening without being worried about something dangerous happening. We'd like to afford the community to have that too. So as soon as we cement those collaborations and partnerships, those will be out for you guys to come and hear some poetry, hear live bands, have a couple of drinks and really enjoy yourself and support the arts, support the young Black people who are out here trying to do big things creatively in your community, like in our backyard.
You said the magic word, have a couple of drinks. So I'll be there. So,
it ain't a party without a couple of drinks. Well, actually, it's a party if I'm there, period. Hands down.
All right, moving on now.
I'm a lively person. I'm like and I'm funny. Like, I'm a funny chick. We just gotta have the moments where I'm hilarious because they happen. And, I'm a party. Yeah, it's cool to say that,
Yeah, it's cool. I'm a laid back type of guy. I like to chill. I like to chill. I like to, have a drink or two. But going out to listen to poetry, I've never done that before, so I like to do that. I have listened to live bands, which is, always amazing to hear. The new talent, the up and coming talent. I always like that. So, okay. It's probably going.
I'm sorry. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be amazing, lively. There are lots of other words that I could say, but I don't feel like it. I got really excited just then because I've done like a soft opening for brand management and event planning. So with those endeavors, I'm hoping to throw like a couple of really amazing events and retreats and parties in the coming months. So if you guys are really into having a good time and having unique, fun, safe experiences with people that look like you and people who look like, kind of vibe with the same energy, have similar experiences, you know what I'm saying? Follow me on Instagram at King is her name. You can also check out Southern Black Arts on Instagram, but the events and the things that are in my mind, you guys, so yeah, these upcoming parties that I'm thinking of doing, that I'm planning, you guys are gonna love it. Come.
Yeah, this is definitely for those, man. If you don't like the drama, you like how we used to do back in the day, Clarksville. We used to go out, you have to worry about the BS or anything like that. Have fun. You can go pick up that chick, you can pick up that guy. Y'all can exchange numbers and go back and go to the Waffle House or go to the after hour spot. It's gonna be that type of vibe. I'm going to be there. So I'm married now, but I know this is something that I can't do the stuff I used to do anymore. That's beyond me now. That's my
That's right.
past.
Right.
I've grown up since then. Not necessarily all me, but I had to grow up. But you know what? Like I said, it's a type of it's something that I think we need in our town. Something that's different, and something that we can support each other. You know what I mean? Support other Black creatives and things like
Because
that too.
it's like I didn't know. I've been here since 2017. I didn't know there were all the Black people that were out at Juneteenth, the major Juneteenth celebration at the Wilma Rudolph Event Center. Is that what it's called? The event center down there. I was like, yo, like we out here. Like we are out here. I had no idea. I had no idea. And not only that one, there were just as many people at the smaller one in the downtown commons, at the smaller Juneteenth celebration in the downtown commons. So in two major locations in this city of Clarksville, mind you, I'm not from here. And honestly, this is the whitest place I've ever lived in. I'm from Mississippi. So I'm like, yo, there needs to be spaces for us. And I'm a brilliant idea person. I really feel gifted with like creativity and things in lots of different ways. So I'm like, there's so many ways we could get out here and support each other and enjoy our culture. That was one of my major complaints when I moved here. I was like, where's the culture? Why is there not more us? And then I was like, because they're hiding us, so we need to come out.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here all my life, so I kind of know what has transpired, before you even got here. So it's kind of like back then you had a lot of people that was talking, but at the same time, it was like they didn't really want to act on it. Now all of a sudden you see a lot of people who come into the city who come from different places, and whether it's from the West Coast, up north, or even further down south, they come here and they're like, hey, there's really nothing going on. I mean, yeah, it used to be known as Clarks Vegas, but that went away years ago. It's not the same anymore. And then when you were talking about Juneteenth, down there at the Wilma Rudolph Convention Center in downtown Commons, I was at both of them. And I seen everybody come out. And I also went to my cousin. He had one at his place. And, you seen everybody going in that one as well. So, we out here, like you said. It was just that now I think people are starting to put action into their words more so than ever. Especially with everything that's been going on. Now everybody's starting to see, hey,
yeah, listen, it's money out here, it's opportunity, it's community out here, like real relatable, enjoyable community. I felt all the love at Juneteenth. And I was like, I need this. I moved here from New Orleans, where it's some of the white people kind of Black. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not talking about like they're wiggers. We all know what that word is. I'm not talking about their wiggers. I'm talking about their understanding, their ideology, their concept. And some of them are literally their skin is really white, but they Black. Like their skin is fair, okay, pale. They're Black. They're raised Black. Their culture is Black. You know what I'm saying? So moving from there to here was a huge culture shock for me. Moving from, where I went to college and where I grew up to New Orleans wasn't a huge culture shock. I mean, Black culture was my life. It was everywhere. It was around every corner. Coming here, my guy, I was like, out of the 800 kids in my child's elementary school, you mean to tell me less than 100 of these kids are brown? Come on.
Welcome to my city.
But there's room for growth. Juanita Charles and Manifest Magic Black Girl Cooperative they're doing amazing things, and really bringing out and connecting our community. So shout out to Juanita Charles. She is like a go-getter out here. She's so funny. She's so funny. Hell on wheels, that lady. But yeah, Black Clarksville is definitely on the come up. Oh, yo, Tiff says go. She throws like these Black girl brunches and these events. That chick is also making crazy moves. The owners of Fat Shack, I really like those guys. I haven't met them, but I've heard some talk about them. I've read the articles on them, and those gentlemen are definitely out here for their community. So I think there's a growth spurt coming for Black Clarksville amidst what's already going on in Clarksville in general. I'm here for it.
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody has really taken a step back and really start to reevaluate, what they want to do, what their passions are, and basically, going after it. So, it's going in the right direction. Here, we just got to continue to support one another and not try to compete with one another, and not trying to tear each other down here, so, but it's on the right direction. You start seeing, I see some of my friends starting their own businesses and things like that. So I'm really, happy to know that they're doing their thing and stuff like that. Because growing up, it really wasn't talked about, with us. They say, education is key. I'm gonna tell you right now, that is like,
times have simply changed. There was a time.
It was a time.
These bubbles, they be getting me.
It was a time, and I could tell from anybody with the education, don't think, that education is going to take you far. Yeah, you got the piece of paper and everything, but if you don't have a plan to do something with it, then you just wasted time and money,
mostly money. Energy as well. Energy is very important. Where you put your energy is it has a colossal impact on your forward motion, on your trajectory, and on your ability to thrive, right, and adapt. So for real, energy is a big deal. However, to just kind of expound on what you were saying about when you have that diploma and all that. So the two generations before us, having an education has done wonders for them, right? It has definitely elevated their status, their sense of community, their ability to do more for themselves than than the two generations before them. However, those spaces have morphed. Those spaces that are lucrative have shifted. Like what they thought 2020 was going to be in like 1982 or 87 or whatever, what they thought was going to be right now is just starting. All of that artificial intelligence, technology, creative uses of form and communication, all that is just starting to come about. So everything has shifted. You don't have to necessarily spend 4 years in college to have an education that's solid enough for you to thrive in that market. So yeah, like it's a huge shift, but that world still exists in a lot of places, right? So like I'm in school for a master's of fine arts. And for a half a second, I thought to myself, like, what is this paper going to do for me? I'm literally working on my dream as my dream. What it does, it sort of acts as a ticket, right? But like you said, I have a plan. I have a backup plan, and I have a contingency plan, right? And I have advisors and intelligent, wise people who have experience that are like helping me navigate this whole experience, this whole journey. But having that paper, when I get this, I was gonna cuss. Is it okay to curse? Is cursing allowed here?
Hell yeah, it's allowed. You can go ahead, cuss.
Oh, I'm a professional lady. I can't be cursing on podcasts.
Well,
But it's after hours and I'm drinking. So maybe that's like a middle ground. Maybe they won't come for me when I'm like trying to be a senator or something. That paper it's a ticket. It's a ticket for some people who hold keys to opportunity beyond what I'm able to create and access. Right. There is a lot of coin out there and a lot of coin that could benefit our community. But I feel like it's really important to play chess, right? It's important to play chess with the opponent so that you can get what it is so you can get the queen, so you can get what it is you're out here to get, which is freedom.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely.
That's what the paper is.
That's what the paper is. But
before if you know how to use it.
Before you decide to pursue an education, just do your research and make sure it's something that you really want to do before you go through with it. Because it's
important to know yourself more than research. Like, know you, bro. Know you, then do your research.
Because I have my degree in marketing, so pretty much I could do whatever I want. I ain't really got to go work for somebody, and it'll be good to go work for somebody to continue to learn and educate myself. But, trial and error, that's the best teacher of all. So for the last few years, that's what I've been doing and stuff like that. And, that's the only way I'm able. I'm drinking right now.
We know it's called Drunks After Dark, Drinking After Dark, right?
Don't be messing up the title of my podcast now.
I fixed it because it's not called Drunks, because that's just something I was projecting from my own psyche.
Nah, that's
what therapy does for you.
Nah, that's what was I saying? Oh well, I was saying that marketing is my passion, but also too, doing this podcast has really opened up doors for me. So, this is something that I had the idea of, a couple of years ago, never really acted upon it, never really got started on it, but I did. And I'm so happy I've done it because I get to meet people like you. I get to actually, work with some people, that I probably never would have worked with before. And, it's just an honor and a blessing just to be able to do that, to use my platform to help others. So
that's the goal. Like, that's the thing.
Definitely.
We keep pouring into our community. We keep using our talents to give black. I like that. To give back. It's just, it opens the floodgates for more blessings to rain upon us, right? You use what they gave you rather, to edify. Wow. Sorry, TikToks are like constantly swirling in my brain all the time. So I could probably run off like 5 TikToks in one conversation, in like a 30-minute conversation, if I really had just gotten off the internet.
That's a lot.
Also, my phone is about to die. I need to get my charger. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah, she'll be right back. And while she's doing that, just letting y'all know to make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe Drinking After Dark podcast YouTube channel and stuff like that. Ooh. This drink, my drink is making me feel good. Actually, it's making me breathe a lot better too.
So there's foolishness on this podcast, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. So what's crazy is like I have my whole setup, but now this charger cord is too far away from My phone. Gotta change all my lighting.
Go ahead and change all that lighting.
No. That's what my meetings are for. Okay, so since there's nonsense, right? What's your sign?
Oh my gosh, oh my goodness. It's an Aries. I'm an Aries.
So am I.
When's your birthday?
April the 10th.
Okay. Mine's March 25th.
Ah, boo. You're a March Aries trash. That just goes to show you there's always some kind of discrimination and dissension everywhere.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't really like the whole
Astrology.
zoology, astrology, zodiacology.
Listen,
I don't pay attention to that.
listen,
Why y'all do that?
Who is y'all? Cuz
Who y'all?
Who is y'all?
Every time I get on social media, you got women talking about my zoology sign matchup.
Are you an alpha male podcast? Is that what you are? Because listen, don't you have me on this nonsense.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that I think people put too much time into the zoology signs.
Listen, stop calling it zoology. Okay, so I'm actually not a huge proponent of astrology, right? Like I'm not. I know I'm an Aries, just off chance. I know what some people say. I know what mostly memes say about Aries, and I'll be honest, sometimes they're kind of spot on, but sometimes other ones are spot on. Here lately, I've talked to a few friends and done a couple of things, done some reading and some research, and it has a little bit of accuracy. My thought previously was always, and it continues to be, why deal with the stars when I can deal with who created the stars, right? Like that's the major component of my philosophy on that. However, as I've grown to know more and just kind of understand how life works, the three wise men found Jesus by following the stars. So I feel like it's a safe space for me to understand a little bit about astrology and let it inform how I move. Just a little, it informs it. It doesn't lead it. It doesn't guide it. Right?
All right. So I have a question, because I'm a March Aries. You're pretty much April. And I've actually dated a girl who is also an Aries. Her birthday was actually April 9th. But she was also crazy.
Oh, word. Okay, cool.
Well,
are you asking me about crazy?
No, crazy was more of a compliment describing her. She was a little beyond that. But anyway, it was a long time ago, way before my wife. But is there like a difference in the two between like that? Is it a huge difference, or is it more like a fine line between the March Aries and April Aries? Like,
honestly, I don't know. I just started learning that there was a slight dissection of the two of the group. I didn't know that. And so my comment to you was a very juvenile, new knowledge, sassy moment. Sorry. I don't know, honestly. One of my really good friends is a March Aries. That bitch is crazy too. She's great, but she's crazy.
I just figure, I don't care when your birthday is or whatever your astrology sign is. If you're crazy, you're crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's a crazy every sign. However, and this is a good thing for both of us, Aries is the sign that starts the zodiac. We are the first sign. And it really just makes you feel like we are life. And I'm never, ever letting that go.
Yeah, that's good to know. That is really good to know, because I don't really like I said, really pay attention to the zodiac signs. And
this recording is gonna be so funny of me walking around, moving my phone.
No, you good.
Okay.
But no, I just feel like, when it comes to astrology, like you, I know what, I might do a little research on it. No, I might do it because I'm a little curious now. But
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. It's not something I spend a whole lot of time on.
yeah, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it either. But if somebody approached me talking about I'm a Gemini, I'm like, okay, um, are you crazy? That's the only
I
thing.
think it's a lot of compatibility with certain signs. Like, I don't have a lot of Aquarius friends. I have like one or two Aquarius friends.
And when's their birthdays?
I know they're like the end of January, beginning of February.
And what's my daughter then?
When's her birthday?
Tomorrow.
Oh, she's an Aquarius.
Okay.
That's okay. I don't have an Aquarius. I think I have I don't know.
My wife done told me her sign so many times. Actually, I'm gonna be
You
honest
don't
with
even
you.
know.
I don't even know. I know a birthday, but I don't know this. Listen, man, I don't. She knows this about me. She knows this about me. I don't buy into that. You know, we good together. That's all we need to know. You and I are good
Period.
together.
Period.
Ain't got nothing to do with the zodiac sign. You ain't crazy. I ain't crazy. We good
We
for
love
one
each other.
another. Exactly.
Your wife is amazing. She's so beautiful. She's such a beautiful girl, beautiful woman. I sound like my mama. She was such a pretty girl. My mom's like 72 years old.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I told her she was lucky to have me when I was single.
Oh my
So,
God. Trash thing to say.
hey, listen,
Terrible.
listen. No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because actually, I just got out of a relationship when I met her.
The Lord did you a favor, honey.
Yeah, I could say that. So many ways it did.
I'm
Now,
sure you both are blessed.
yeah, we definitely are. Even though she at times stay mad at me for reasons I don't know.
Oh, you know.
I really don't. And the problem is, I'll ask her what I do, and she was like, "You know what you did?" No, I don't. I'm asking because I'm confused. I'm
Wow.
trying to. I don't know. Then I was like, "You want to talk about it?" She looked at me. I'm like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna go watch the game." But that's that opportunity. I give you opportunity to talk to me. Don't come back around later talking about we need to talk.
So that's not fair. That's not fair. And what it sounds like is that you guys don't have a clear communicating system, right? Like, there has to be space for her to process and emote the way she needs to, as well as space for you to process and emote the way you need to, without either one of you guys judging each other. Because that sounds like, I can agree that saying you know what you did is not a healthy response when someone is trying to communicate with you. I can definitely get with you on that. But I do understand having to sit with your feelings for a moment or two or however long before you've thoughtfully looked at all of the information present and fully received it, so that you can have a more thoughtful understanding and make a thoughtful decision in your response. And think about how you're going to communicate and what you say. I can't, because that's how I am. I might be able to communicate well off the top at face value first, but then later, after I've spent some time thinking about it, I'm definitely going to give you a more in-depth, a more understanding response than right in a moment or a moment right after. You know what I'm saying? So handle it. Handle that, Dad.
Well, no, let me tell you this. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll probably wait 6-7 hours. Be like, hey, you want to talk about it? She'd be like, I'm good. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll back off. I'll probably come back the next day. Ask her again. Hey, you good? She was like, mm-hmm. Cool, I'll back off. Now, if she's ready to talk, I'll be there, ready to talk. But the only argument is, for me, now if I don't want to talk because I'm invested in watching a game that I want to watch, let me have this 2 or 3 hours. Let me watch this. And if you want to talk afterwards, we could do that. But just don't pick and choose your time you want to talk. After I done gave you the time to chill and, gather yourself, give that same respect back to me. That's all I ask.
I think that's valid. I think that's valid.
But
it's important. It's important that in the moment, if your spouse does want to share something with you, that you give them the quality time that they're seeking in that moment, even if it's for a second, just to say, sweetheart, I do want to talk to you. I do want to have this conversation. Can we postpone it? I gave you space. I really just want to watch. And if you've done that, then listen, you don't have to keep doing it, because that's what marriage is. It's repetitive action to cement the exchange that you have going on, right? The deposits and the withdrawals, all of that thing. But I mean, it just is what it is, homie. But you're right. If you're watching the game and if you're watching the game and now I feel like talking, I'm gonna be like, listen, can we talk after this? Because I know you watched the game, but I feel like I'm in a better place to communicate. I really feel like I have something profound to say and I really want to share with you and resolve this. I can understand it. I can understand desiring that kind of response. I'm just saying that everybody's going to have to level up their communication in this situation, is what it sounds like to me. I'm no marriage counselor. I'm just saying.
Yeah, let me watch the game so I can throw my voice out so I ain't got to talk.
That's striking as hell, and I'm done with you. I hope she come and sit beside you during every game and talk the whole time.
Oh, no.
All of the plays wrong.
No, this is what my wife does. In the middle
of the football game.
No, this is what my wife does, right? This is what she does. Now, I got to tell you what my wife does. So she does actually sit with me while I'm watching the game, right? But she's on her phone. Now, this is what she gets mad at me about. If when you know a person who's really into sports, you know how people are. They scream at the TV, right? They're screaming at the TV. They're yelling at the top of their lungs. My wife would look at me like, they can't hear you, right?
Because that's a funny thing to say, Darius.
No. If my team is losing, you don't make no funny comments because I'm in the heat of the moment. You don't make no funny comments when I'm in the heat of the moment. Because if I'm yelling, I might now see I could take a step back and I'll be like, that's my wife. Nope. But all that little smart comments she be making and stuff like that, I don't like that. I don't like that when I'm watching my game and you clowning me because my team losing. You see me screaming at the top of my... I don't like that. There's going to be an argument there.
I understand. I do. I understand. I
can't do that. Sometimes I'll be like, babe, I love you, but you don't have to get out. You don't have to bro.
You gonna have to peace out.
Gotta let me be. Let me express myself. Fan? No. I'm gonna say. Oh, the Steelers.
Oh, boo. I mean, actually, I don't care that much about it. If we're being honest.
Fun fact. When the Titans lost, I remember the whole week leading up to the game on Saturday.
Okay.
I had my friends, family, they were talking about tighten up. We're going all the way. We're going to get our ring and blah, blah, blah. I'm sitting there, I'm quiet because I know a disappointment is going to happen. So while I'm still getting over, my illness or whatever. So I'm sitting on the chair. I'm watching the game. I'm watching the entire game. And at the final moments when the quarterback Tannehill threw that interception with 20 seconds left. Tie ball game. I knew all the Titans about to lose. And when they lost, I got on Facebook and I said, y'all Titans fans are real quiet right now. Everybody started coming after me.
Because what you said was petty. That's
First
why.
off, I could be petty because they was talking shit to me first.
Come on, grow up. Oh, he hit me first. Grow the fuck up.
Listen,
who cares?
When it comes to sports, I'm allowed to be petty.
You know what? When it comes to anything, anyone is allowed to be any kind of way they want to be. But the point is that we all get to choose. And if you choose petty, then that's on you, and you're going to get petty. You're going to keep that energy cycling, and that's on you. And that's fine, and that's all right, but that's on you.
Hey, I have my backup on social media. They backed me up too, so I'm good with that.
Come on, preach it to the choir.
I
like my choir on Facebook too. Then when the objectors come in there with that nonsense, I'm like, why are you here? Why are you here? You know we only Facebook friends because we work together, girl. I don't care about your opinion or feelings. And listen, if you come for me, the choir, I got some gangsters in the choir now, and they will follow you. They will hunt you down, okay? The black internet is not to be played with. So I definitely understand that, because I'll say something on Facebook, and the choir is like, amen, hallelujah. And then here comes the objector. Well, I think that Kyle Rittenhour, he was just defending himself. That motherfucking boy went down there to kill somebody. That's why he was out there. That child went out there to kill somebody. And he deserves to go to jail.
You said the key word, child. Because I don't think when I hear people talk about stuff like that, I don't think they actually take into account the fact, age, and the responsibility of the parent. Because
his mama took him out there.
Right. And that's, a lot of people don't talk about that. They just talk about the action and all of that. But
listen.
Even when I told
somebody, an adult at 16, I wasn't an adult at 16. But I was making adult decisions consciously, knowing right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, his mama was a cunt. His mama was a racist cunt that was in plot with that nigga. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm real black, and this is she was in plot with that boy. Okay? So yeah, she deserved to get her ass whooped too. But he the one who had the gun. He the one who went out there with that hate in his heart. So yeah, he a child and his mama a hoe. But he a child who went out there with hate in his heart, ready to kill somebody, and that nigga deserved to go to jail, and he did. So all them people who are on my Facebook post, all the objectors that had something to say, I was like, why are you here, cuz? Why are you here? I'm standing on mine. And I understand you standing on yours, but don't come over here because I ain't talking to you. And listen, my choir be going in on folks. Have people changing their names on Facebook.
Or put the anime characters on their profile pic.
Hello.
Don't hide their face.
Taking their children down off the internet. Listen, don't. Ooh.
That was actually, I talked to a guy about that. I was like, we so focused on, the aftermath of what happened. We know what happened, right? But I'm like, if you're a parent, you shouldn't be taking no kid into an environment like that. Knowing something bad can potentially happen to that kid.
Off rip as a mother, right? Even if my son, one, I'm not sending my son out nowhere with no weapon unless he done joined the military, and that's on him. Two, I'm not about to drop my child off in a volatile environment where other motherfuckers also have guns. You know what? Those people hunt. Right? So they're accustomed to killing. They eat venison on a regular. They eat possum and squirrel and all that. And don't get me wrong, because I like frog legs and alligator, but I don't be out there hunting. I'm not hiding in the swamp, sitting in a fucking chicken coop for 13 hours waiting on a buck to cross my path. These people were hunting, and so she understood the assignment, and she dropped her child off to hunt others because he was gun-ho and riled up to do it. So she wanted to afford him the opportunity to play a real life Hunger Games with his own weapon that he ain't never used to kill nothing but an animal. So he fulfilled his whole personal fantasy of killing a human being. And now he is free to go off to college and probably hurt some poor girl at school and continue his life of treachery and disgusting behavior.
At this particular moment, you know, when things like that happen, you know, when something like that happens, especially at that young age, you know, that's going to stay with you pretty much forever. And due to the fact that I know he wasn't in his right mind, I know he wasn't in his right mind because
Elaborate.
this is what I mean. You said it yourself, even though, you know, when you're at that age, you kind of make adult decisions all the time and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I personally, like I said, I put more blame on the parent than the child. You know, even though the child, you know, did what they did, you as a parent, you pretty much
she facilitated.
She
facilitated.
You know, and stuff like that, instead of basically, you know, saying, no, you're not going anywhere. You're going to stay right here where I can keep an eye on you because I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. But and this is why I look at it from a different viewpoint. If that's the case, how come she didn't go up there by herself with the gun in her hand and do all that? But she pretty much... What you're
talking about is cowardice. That's A, what you're talking about. And B, I'm not saying she's not also responsible. I think she should be. I thought she should have been held accountable as well. But they had already made their decision that they're not going to hold her accountable. So I'm not beating a dead horse over some shit that's not going to happen. Now, if they indict that motherfucker, then I'm there. I'm with it. Right? Hell yeah. Talk to her about her parenting skills. Right? She is wrong because as a mother, I would never. My daddy wouldn't even let me go to a graduation party when I was 16 years old, let alone a riot. You know what I'm saying? So I do fault her as a mother. I understand where you're coming from on that. I am, however, choosing to move forward. Well, at the time, choosing to move forward with the current flow of events and focus on what was happening in the now and in the present, which was this boy's trial for murdering people in the street, right? And everybody, you know, they came on the excuse me. Listen, this Prosecco, the bubbles, okay, guys? I don't just be burping in public like that. I do burp, right? Because I'm a human being. People burp, but I don't just be burping in public. So I apologize if y'all think it's rude. Please excuse me. What was I saying?
You were talking about the mother, basically the mother.
Oh yeah, I was moving with the flow of the trial, and so he's the one that's on trial, right? After you're killing these people. So I just, instead of going over and over again, I just stood on my point. If it came up, I said, yes, I agree. But like, it's nothing I can continue to press about that because they've already dismissed that case before it went to trial. They already dismissed her case. If she is under a trial of her peers for parenting, hell yeah, you get an F. You're going to jail. Straight to jail. Don't pay $200. Right? But that's not what the judicial system said. That's not what law enforcement perceives. So I just refuse to waste my time going over that. You're right. She is responsible a lot.
Yeah. And like anytime stuff like that happens, you know, we know it's not gonna be the last. It's not gonna be the last. It's never gonna
be the last.
You know, it's gonna continue to pop up. People gonna be on different sides and things like that. I think the one thing that we're missing is common sense. You know, I think that's the one thing that's been missing with a lot of people's arguments. They always want to, you know, follow, I guess if they know the law, I guess they want to say, well, the law says this, the law says that. But I'm like, where does common sense ever come into play.
I don't think it's common sense. I disagree. I think what we are missing is compassion and humanity. These people have common sense because if the tables were turned, if it's on their community or if it's on people who understand and agree with them, common sense goes into effect. They have common sense. It's selective as fuck, but they have it. What the issue is they don't have no compassion. They don't have no humanity for others that don't think like them, don't look like them, don't perceive and believe as them, don't live and breathe as them. You know what I'm saying? So in the case of selective common sense, yeah, they're missing it because they're choosing to miss it. Mm-hmm. It's willful ignorance. Or it's brainwashing. It's one of the two. But I think even bigger is the issue of humanity because humanity doesn't allow you to have selective common sense. It doesn't. Compassion for others, empathy for others, it doesn't allow you to have those kinds of attitudes for people. And like it will convict you in the middle of saying some bullshit. Like once you know better, you really can't, you have to do better. What did he say? I think it was Dr. Sebi. Gosh, if I'm messing that name up, I'm so sorry, sir. Rest your soul. But he made a statement about when you kind of open your third eye of understanding or what have you. And he said he was talking about putting the glasses on, right? The understanding, putting the understanding on. And what he said, and I'm paraphrasing, I can't remember. I've had like 4 glasses of this Prosecco, so he basically said that there are like 3 rules that come along with it. You can't make other people see what you see. You can never take them off, right? And I forgot what the third one was. You can never take them off. You can't make other people see what you see. And gosh, I don't know what the third one was, but you can't take them off is the one that I'm kind of getting at here. Once you have an understanding of humanity and compassion and empathy and growth and healthy behaviors and healthy habits and reality, once you have an understanding of reality and what your place is in it, it's hard. It's hard for you to be on that same bullshit, to be on that racist, hateful bullshit, to be on that self-serving, alienating bullshit. It's hard for you to be like that. It's hard for you to be a bad communicator once you realize to have the compassion and empathy for your partner to be a better communicator. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? So these people are simply choosing to avoid growth. And it's just, I don't got no sympathy for these motherfuckers. I don't care. I will block you, unfollow you. I will mute you on the internet. I don't care. And if I see you in the street, I'm still going to speak because your ignorance doesn't impact my life's fulfillment. You can be a dumb motherfucker if you want to. That's cool. Be that. That's cool for you. God bless you anyway. How you doing today? Right? Like, I just don't have the time. So those people, that is selective common sense.
Well, she broke that all the way down.
Sorry.
And
cheers.
Nah, see that's when you get that drink in your system, man. It takes you there, and I'm loving it. I'm really loving it right now. So this is I was sitting back just listening. I had to like sit up and I posted the camera like this, hearing you speak. I was like, oh yeah. Cause see, my thing is when people speak, I really listen. I'm more of a listener than anything else. That's people like, why are you so quiet? Because I like to listen to people. You know what I mean? I sit back and and some things, some people talk about, I'm like, all right. But when it's like really, really catching my ears, I'm really like perked up. That's why at first I was sitting back like this on the couch, and I just like, oh, okay. Because like I was really, really like blown away when you was talking about selective common sense. And I really appreciate that. For me, I really appreciate that.
Word.
Because definitely. We're gonna move forward. Let's go beyond this dance. as I mentioned before, we got started. This is my daughter's favorite dance teacher. I think she taught my daughter was in your class for like 2 years.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know my daughter, she really loves you and everything
she
like
loves
that.
my child, and my child loves her. She talks about Kenzie all the time. She's like,
yeah.
Mom, Kenzie's birthday's tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's my daughter, she always come back home, talk about Kennedy and things like that. Sometimes I get it confused. You got Kenzie, Kennedy, Kenzie.
I know, best friends for life.
Definitely. How did you get into dancing?
Honestly, I've been dancing since I was maybe 6 years old. I've been doing theater and public speaking since I was 5. So I've just always been in the arts at a very young age. My parents saw talent in me and they nurtured it by sending me to all the arts camps and all the fine arts schools. I graduated from Mississippi School of the Arts. I went to a fine arts like academic like subset in elementary and middle school. So I just been doing it most of my life, you know. That's really it.
Now I'm gonna ask you this question. I just want to get your opinion on it. Since you're into dance and things like that, what is the greatest dance movie ever created?
The greatest dance movie ever created. Well, one, that implies that I've seen them all. So that's not true. I haven't. I've only seen a few. And of the few that I've seen, gosh.
Which one was your favorite? Because I'm not
going to talk favorites. Let's talk. Okay. Yes. Okay. My favorite dance movie would be Center Stage. Okay. Zoe Saldana is in that. And she was so good and so sassy and fabulous. And it was just such a good movie. I really loved it. I thought the dancing was amazing. I still dance to some of the soundtrack now. I watch it with dance kids every now and again, sporadically throughout the years. But it's a really good movie. I really do like it. That would be my favorite. Now, one of the staple dance movies of my childhood is Save the Last Dance.
Oh, goddamn. Man.
I don't care. It's some amazing actors in that movie that went on to do some really cool things, aka Kerry Washington. I love her. That is my sister. I had always hoped that maybe one day I would get an agent and play her sister, her long lost sister on Scandal. But that series ended before I, made my moves.
I got something I need to say about that movie.
Why are you hating?
No. Okay.
You can't help who you love, Derek. You're not supposed to.
Okay.
Look at me.
Okay. All right. True story. When I was in high school, my high school sweetheart and I, we made a bet. I forgot what the bet was, but I lost. I think it was like a quiz that we had, a test. And we made a bet. Whoever scored higher will win the bet, and the loser got to do whatever. So I lost the bet. And I had to watch Save the Last Dance. I told her, I said, next time I lose a bet, just shoot me before I ever watch another damn movie like that ever again.
You're a hater. Hater.
My wife, she loves that movie.
It's a good movie.
That woman cannot dance.
She couldn't dance, but we didn't know that then. We were just infatuated with the love, the forbidden love, the West Side Story of it all.
Oh, y'all with the West Side Story love BS and shit like that.
Listen, that movie, that exact movie has been made 1,000 times in 1,000 different versions in 1,000 different languages, and it hits every fucking time, bro.
Except for the original.
I mean, the storyline, right? Sometimes it's not that dance brought two people who from different sides of the tracks together. Sometimes it's something else like art or a dog or some shit. I don't know. But that same storyline has been revamped and replayed so many times and it hits. And I don't know. It's just that's a win. And you're a hater because Save the Last Dance is the movie. What's the best like black love movie that since you want to ask questions?
Black love movie?
Yeah. What's your like top tier black love movie? Let me hear it. What's your fave?
Because I think Love and Basketball is overrated.
My sister would skin you alive.
And look, I'm a basketball guy. So, but I'm looking at it from a different angle. So I never really equate basketball and love in the same sentence.
Because you heartless.
I got a heart. What is it? What is the best black love movie? I gotta say, you know what? I'm gonna tell you the one that I remember the most, and I could go back and watch it again. It gotta be Brown Sugar. That's just me.
Yo, that's my joint right there.
That is just me. I think because with that, you see two friends like Love and Basketball. Two friends grew up together, but they really didn't. I don't know. But I don't know. I guess
that's the movie. That's my movie. That's what I was gonna say. That's my favorite black love movie right there. Is it's Brown Sugar.
Because I think you could feel the love between those two in the movie. And you know, they were best friends growing up, actually. But you could tell that they were meant to be more than just friends. No
eggs. No bologna. No eggs. Oh, listen, that's my movie. You all right in my book.
But you know, if I had to pick a movie that I know for me, I could go back and watch over and over and over again, it's none other than How to Be a Player. That's just me. That's just,
you know what?
That's just how I am. I'll go back. I'll watch The Mac, Superfly. I'll go back and watch.
I really like Superfly. I didn't think I would like it, but I really did end up liking it.
You talking about
this is for nonsense, right? Okay, it's not for nonsense. It's for meaningful banter, right? That's your podcast. Okay, so here's some meaningful banter. It's not even meaningful, but here's some banter. So listen. I saw Superfly in 2018. When did that movie come out? 2019?
You talking about the newer version or the original version?
The new one. Now, I've seen the original. I love the original, but I'm talking about the newer version.
Yeah, it's around 2018, yeah.
Okay, 2018. I'm dating this man. He happens to be my neighbor. And he wanted to watch a movie, so we watched Superfly. I love the movie. It's great. He's a narcoleptic, so he slept through the movie. But this man, after we have been dating for 2 months, come to find out he had a whole girlfriend. And this is how I found out, you guys. Okay. The holidays. During the holidays, that's when it gets real. That's when that's when the A1, the top pick gets picked. Okay. That's when everybody goes to the back burner. Okay. Game recognized game. So I was like, sir, I mean, I've seen you every day for the last 2 months, despite the minus the days that I wasn't in town. Now it's close to Thanksgiving. You crickets, my G, crickets.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I was unhealed. I was crazy. He lived in my neighborhood, okay, mind you. He lived in my neighborhood at the time. I didn't know he had a girlfriend, so I'm like, any time of the day, I can pull up because that has been the standard up until a little bit before Thanksgiving. So in this little bit of time before Thanksgiving, I get these weird texts like, hey, don't text me no more. Huh? It's 1:30 in the afternoon, sir. I just saw you less than 12 hours ago. Don't text you no more. Okay. Okay. You get off work. I'm like, I'll wait till he gets off work. I'm calling him to talk. Like, what's going on? Let's just have a conversation. If this is the end, then let's just say that this is the end. That's cool. But don't tell me don't text you no more, because now I want to know why. Now I want to know why I can't text you. Why I can't text who I've been texting for the last 63 days, sir. So I call, no answer. I call, no answer. I call, no answer. I text, I'm like, my bubbles aren't turning blue, sir. What's Can you block me? Because I know where you live. So I'm distraught. And I am losing my mind. So I pull up. And I knock on the door. And I ring the doorbell. And I knock on the door some more. And I ring the doorbell some more. He texts me, is that you? Yeah, it's me. Your car is out here. I'm at your front door. Don't text me. Come open the door. I am here. Can we talk about this later? Are you going to come talk to me? Because if you're going to come talk to me, yeah, we can talk about it later. But if you're not, then I'm going to stand here until you open this door, until you come out, until something happens, sir. So he's like, yeah, I'm going to come talk to you. So I was like, okay. All right. I'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock. I'll see you. He came over. So listen, I'm dating this woman. Well, why you ain't just say that? Why you ain't just say that? You could have said that and saved us all this time, but for 2 months, you led me on. You were in a relationship with me. And I'm not talking about, we're just dating. Like, hey, are you talking to someone? Are you dating somebody? Is there anybody who'd be upset that we're spending time together? No, I'm single. I'm just working on my relationship with my son, trying to make sure he feels safe. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I gave ample opportunity for you to tell me the truth, because at the time, I could play my role. Like, I wasn't tripping. I don't need you for nothing but what I need you for. So I need you to let me know so I can let you know so we can do our thing. Like, so we can just kick it. Like, there don't have to be all this nonsense, but you trying to save my feelings and have your cake and eat it too. All that shit gonna bring the crazy out. So what you doing? So we talked. He had a girlfriend. I was like, all right, bro. Nice knowing you or whatever. And now every time I see anything about Superfly, he comes to my mind.
I'm gonna say this. Okay, while you was telling that story, my mind was going to how to be a player. All right. What did Bill Bellamy say in the movie? Whatever you do not date a woman that lives in the same building as you. In your case, in the same neighborhood as you. He did that because now she has access to you, which in all actuality, you should have all the access to her. I don't get that.
Bad idea. It's a bad idea. I tell you that right now. It's a bad idea.
I'm not going to ask his name, but I just want to know, how old was he back then?
He was maybe 30.
She didn't know shit.
Come on, bro.
Nah.
How much older than 30 are you?
I'll be 34 in 2 months.
Bro, you're still like, whatever. You're 30.
I'm
33.
I'm gonna tell you the difference though. I ain't never got caught.
That's not a compliment to yourself, bro. A compliment to yourself is you ain't never played nobody. Cause listen, I'm not proud of the things that I'm not proud of all the dirt that I've done.
Hey,
You know what I'm
listen.
saying? I've definitely played my role. I've definitely been a villain in my life, and I've enjoyed my villain era. You know what I'm saying? But that's not something I'm like, listen, understand,
I
right?
listen.
Like
I got in the
you gotta be
game.
like, put some
I got
respect on my name. I
I
could be like that, but I ain't like that. I gotta be humble. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a better person now.
no listen. I got in the game. I had my fun, but I got out. It was too much
Okay,
work.
you know.
It is way. Now think about all the lies and think about you know the
I
making
don't see
sure
a reason
every.
to. I don't see a reason to tell a bunch of lies.
Well, no, you don't tell a bunch of lies, but it starts to mount up, and then sometimes you could get yourself caught up in your own stuff. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm done with that. Let me go ahead and get out. So let me just, I'll break up with them. Let them know, hey, I'm moving out of town. Y'all won't see me again. So,
You
which was
shady as
true.
hell.
Which was true. Which was true because when I first started going to college, I went to college in St. Louis. So I was going out of town anyway. And then when I was up there, I came back home. Now, when I came back home, I was a whole different person because, I did all my stuff here before I left. And then when I got up there, had my fun. But when I came back home, I was like, all right, I'm just going to just find one woman and leave it at that. It's work. It was a
I'm
lot of
sick of
work.
you. I'm sick of you. Okay. I'm done. I'm sick of you. Cause what? I
No,
mean,
seriously.
I understand that.
I mean, technically, I was leaving. I mean, I can't sit here, knowing if I ain't coming back.
Child, all the hearts you are implying that you broken.
No. I ain't break hearts because I ain't tell them. I ain't tell them I was messing with somebody else at the same
Wow.
time.
Okay, okay.
It was
So
just
do you feel like cheating before you're married to someone is cool?
no.
Okay, so you weren't in like relationships with these women. You weren't like exclusively dating. Y'all were just like casually dating.
It was more of a cat. Well, I was okay. I was like in a relationship with two, and then I had like casual dating with like a couple more. But
Wow, a relationship with two.
yeah,
That's insane.
I mean, it really wasn't because it worked out. I don't know how it worked out so perfectly for me, but it did.
Listen, I'm glad you repented of your sins and you got your life together and you settled down. I hope that you're happy. No, I don't even hope that you're happy. I hope that your wife is happy.
Hey, listen, I done told my wife everything about me.
I'm not talking about your old shit. I know she know that you was with the bullshit. Like, I know that. But I just hope that she is happy and I'm happy that you settled down because everything that you've said to me about your former dating practices is Casamigos trash.
Now, remind you, I'm 18, 19 years old.
You're a child.
So, yeah, I met my wife when I was 22.
Okay, so how much have you grown since you were 22 years old? A decade has passed. How have you grown?
Oh man, I've grown mentally, spiritually. I've
How? That
grown.
ain't telling me, like, in what ways?
Basically, how can I say this? Um, basically just through. How can I say this?
Think about it now.
I'm
Ponder
really
thoughtfully.
thinking how I could really explain this. More so, I could say I'm more open-minded now.
Oh,
You know, I'm
listen. This is important. And I really, honestly, I hate to leave you like this, but you're the one who had me on this podcast drinking wine. So tell me how you grew, but then I got to go.
all right. I'm gonna tell you how I grew. Basically, from a standpoint of now I have more of a direction in my life. Because at first I kind of had an idea, but it wasn't really no sense of direction, no sense of purpose. What I wanted to be as a man, as a human, stuff like that. So now I have more of a direction as a purpose. Now I'm like you.
The drink got you on. Listen, honestly, the drink also has me on for sure. Thank you for this.
No problem. But now I'm on the path where I feel like I belong. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Doing what I'm doing right now. Like I said, it starts with, just giving yourself some direction, and sometimes it also helps when you have somebody there to believe in you as well.
Yeah, come on, black love in the air.
So pretty much, I could tell you that's the biggest thing about me over the course of the last 12 years and so, but it's just how it is.
I love that.
So, but that's just how it is. But we're coming to the end of the episode, as you know. C has to go and everything like that. But before we go, I always like to I gotta let my guests have a last word or so. So just go ahead, say what you want to say, speak your mind, and also let the people know where they can contact you if they ever want to get in contact.
Yeah, I got
with your nonprofit and everything like that. So the floor is yours.
Okay. All right, you guys. Again, I'm King Alvarado. I'm an arts educator and an arts advocate here in Clarksville, Tennessee, also serving Nashville, Tennessee. I will be bringing to you amazing arts events so you can experience the fine arts, dance, music, theater, visual arts, paint, just have immaculate experiences that will enrich your lives. So please come meet me on Instagram at King is her name. My website, kingishername.com, will be out shortly. We're still building that. My nonprofit, Southern Black Arts, is up and running and booming and waiting to just have your support. So please check it out on Instagram at Southern Black Arts. Our website is southernblackarts.org. And honestly, we would be honored to have your support, right? Like, honestly, a lot of our support comes from not our community. A lot of the people who are funding and volunteering, they don't look like us. So I'd love to see you guys. I'd love to see Black Clarksville show up and show out and really elevate the culture here in this community of Clarksville. I'm excited to be a part of that. I did not enjoy Clarksville before I moved here. It was white as fuck and I hated it. Granted, I have lots of white friends and I got some white down ass bitches that will ride for me any day. And I love them. And I'm not discriminating. I'm just saying I needed more culture when I came here. And then my eyes were open to a place for me, a place for my organization, and a community of people that look like me, that need and want what I'm here to provide. So please come check out Southern Black Arts. Please follow me. Please get to know me. And let's build a community in a space that's for us, that's fabulous, that's elegant, that's safe, that's loving, that's encouraging, right? There's a lot for us to do out here, and I'm with it if y'all are with it. So that's my spiel. And thank you guys for being witnessing. I'm sorry if anything I did was offensive. I apologize for my cursing if you're offended, but also, man.
And once again, man, y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe. Drinking After Dark podcast YouTube channel. Ms. King, it was a pleasure having you on. I'm Darius from Drinking After Dark podcast, and we out. Peace.
Gotta get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. So you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and me. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and they. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.